Hello, friends. You're here for Social Workers React. I am here with Jenna, my friend and my personal social worker. And my name is Kelly, and we are so happy to have you here. Today,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about Aubrey Wyatt, and you've probably heard about this. It's been quite a big event. In their family's life, definitely, and then online. And so sort of the overview about Aubrey Wyatt is she was a beautiful uh girl in grade 8. There were ongoing issues of bullying, and on September 4th, 2023, she unalived herself. So then her mom started opening up about her grief and her experience. Um, and she started a hashtag LLAW, Live Like Aubrey Wyatt. Um, and she stated that at least 4 girls bullied Aubrey, and she's calling for people to be accountable. So she never named the girls publicly, but internet sleuths tracked down those names, and texts between Heather and her daughter were also shared online that were describing the bullying. In response, the parents of the 14s filed a lawsuit against Heather, against the mom, and claimed defamation and slander. So in a July 2nd filing, a judge ruled that Heather must shut down all of her social media accounts. And of course, this created an uproar, in terms of open speech and what are we allowed to say, and when people um, offend against us, how does that mean that we have to be quiet about it? So there's a lot of I'm going to be honest and say I haven't dug deep, deep, deep into this story. Um, Let us know if you want us to dig deeper. Absolutely, we can do that. Let us know in the comments. Um, as I sat with this story, there's so many dynamics to it, in terms of, first of all, the bullying, and then the horrendous grief, and the depression and anxiety that goes along with unaliving oneself, and the trauma that's going through that person's head and that person's system, and then the inability to do anything about it, and then an inability to speak about it afterwards. Jenna, what do you think?
I just really need to identify that this is something that really touches very close to home for me, as I had my boy, who was 10 and attempted to take his own life. So I really had to sit with this one, and I couldn't imagine. Um, like I went to social media, and that's how I gained some momentum. And like Heather, I didn't share names, but I sure, shared issues that we had with the school and the school division. And I think that that's something that is left to question in this article. Like we don't know if this was a school thing, and if the mom tried to engage the school. But I honestly I couldn't imagine being gagged. I That would be horrific. Um, and silence is violence, really. Like, if we're not doing something about it and we're not allowed to talk about it, how does anything change?
Mhm. And when that experience was happening for you, I had just come off advocating for 20 sets of parents about a principal slash teacher in a grade 6 class,
Yeah,
um, who was mistreating the students.
yeah,
And I mean, we were we were very vocal. We didn't have any tragedies in that situation, thank goodness. But we definitely had kids that were affected
Yeah.
and parents that were affected. And we found ways to speak out about it. I remember this was like 20 years ago, but I can remember um, having a lawyer help us draw up. It was all the allegations the kids were making on a two-sided piece of paper and putting that in mailboxes. Um, and making sure about the language, like we couldn't say uh, that the teacher did these things, but we could say the allegations the children are making include.
Yeah.
And so it was very much a matter of watching that language. But that's a heartbreak when somebody's mistreating other people and you have to either not speak about it or be so careful about
Yeah.
how you, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's tricky. And like this is a United States article. And we're in Canada, so I know the judicial systems and the lawsuits are completely different. So I can't really speak to that, but yeah, I don't know. And in Canada here, we've got that cyberbullying bit. So, like if a young person can be charged with cyberbullying if it's something that's happening on social media or Snapchat
yeah.
or we've got that recourse. I guess I'm a little ignorant to what the United States has, but yeah, like I'm just I really feel for that mom and um I guess trying to have empathy for the parents of the children who have the allegations against them. Like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want the online presence for my child um that is negative like that. And in that article it speaks about how they were being targeted and comments were being made to them and they were being sexualized. Like I wouldn't want that for my child. Like I would want this to be a learning experience for my child,
Yeah.
absolutely. And this is why we don't do that. And this is why you shouldn't do that moving forward. But I also wouldn't want it to be completely traumatizing for them either. And that
And
being said, if we want people to talk nicely about us, then we should behave nicely, right? Like,
right,
oh,
yeah. But
I don't
but
know. What do
then
you guys
the
think? Put it in the
the
comments what your thoughts are.
yes. Yeah. So the flip side of that for me is like, we don't know, we are not in those homes, right? We don't know how those parents have approached this issue with their daughter.
Yeah,
So it's easy to say, what are you doing going after this mom? But as parents, their role is also to protect their children. These are
yep,
grade 8
yep,
kids, right? These are just babies.
yep,
Um, so their role is to protect their kids, and I think that's what they're also trying to do. And then we don't know what conversations happened behind the scenes, within their families, and we'll likely not ever know that.
yep.
Um, One thing that we teach, and so I'm the author of the No Such Thing as a Bully system, and Jenna is a certified facilitator of the system, and we talk about how we all use bully actions and we all use victim responses, and one set of skills solves both. Uh, and then I also talk about, as you're approaching schools or as you're approaching other parents, to really know what your intention for that is, and not, make it us against the problem, not just me against you. So I have all of those kinds of thoughts, as well. Like, oh, so we take these poor kids and we say, look at you're all a bunch of bullies.
Yeah.
We don't know, what their experience is. Um, it's all very, it's all very tragic
Oh,
from
yeah,
every end of things. those four girls will be affected for the rest of their lives as well, I think.
Yeah. Well, and then, like they've not only is there the online presence, but then you've got to sit and carry that around, like on some level, someone says they're responsible for the loss of life. So, what is their guilt that they're going to carry around with that? How does that impact their mental health? Like, and really, there is a root cause behind every behavior. It's not the person, right? So what was going on in those girls' lives that they felt the need to target somebody, and like what kind of help are they getting? And yeah, it's just so complex, and it's really not cut and dried.
Yeah, it really is not. I think about myself when I was in grade 8. I was bullied up until about not about, up until grade 6. And then I came back to a different school in grade 7, with a jean jacket and cigarettes in my pocket and my fists clenched. And I was a totally different kid.
Yep,
So when you see that swing from what we would traditionally say, well, this is a kid who's a victim, and then that pendulum swing, and now all of a sudden we're like, oh, there's a kid who's a bully, because I definitely could have been called that in grade 7, grade 8. I leveled out a little
yep,
afterwards. Um, Grades 7 and 8 are also, well, grades 5 to 8 are also known as um, some of the worst age groups for bullying.
yep,
They're figuring things out,
yep,
they're figuring things out, and we need to be giving them skills and tools and
yep,
knowledge
yep,
before they even need it.
yep, 100%. And a lot of it that's the age and stage where your peers become more important, and family kind of takes a back burner. So what kind of people are they hanging out with? What kind of identities are they trying to forge? Like it's
Mm,
and if I look at myself as an adult in 2014, when my son attempted to take his life, like my actions 100% could have been perceived as bully actions. Like I was calling people out left, right, and center, and I wasn't taking no for an answer, and I was, very assertive and direct, which can be misconstrued in a lot of ways. But I wanted accountability. Like that was very important to me, and change needed to happen. But yeah, my actions were definitely by some people perceived as being a bully, and I gotta own that, as an adult.
yeah.
So it's
In this article that I was, looking at and describing at the beginning of this, um, it straight up says that that's what the mom was looking for, was some, and it likely still is, looking for some accountability. And
yeah,
of course, right, when traumas happen, when things happen to us or around us, we want somebody to say, yeah, you know what, this was my part in this, and this is how I'm going to change it.
yep, yep, for sure. Accountability is important.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about accountability? How important is
Yeah.
it to you? Put it in the comments.
I'm excited to hear what other people have to say about this. Let us know if you want us to dig in a little bit farther, or to, examine a certain aspect of this. If you're struggling with bullying, reach out. We're not only going to be talking about bullying on Social Workers React, uh, but we are experts in helping you through situations, and giving you as a parent, or as an adult, giving you the tools that you can learn and then pass on to people that you are a role model for. Um, yeah, we want to stop these kinds of situations before they even start wherever we can.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. See you next time.